All right, so we've just seen the Devon Larratt show. I think it's the right way to title this thought process video. If you missed it and you didn't watch right to the end, there was a definite show at the end. A lot of theatrics with build-ups to Georgi Svetkov and Levan Sagnashvili and all sorts of things. But hey, you got to say that the performance from Devon was utterly dominant. There was only very small glimmers throughout the match of Denis Saplenkov being within the match. Round one, Denis's bicep looked like it was his only hope. The hand and wrist was going back and forth with the repeated side pressure rolls that Devon was employing, and that one glimmer of hope came only briefly when Devon's bicep did start to gas in those offensive surges, but he very efficiently and easily transitioned to the press and kept that accumulation of fatigue that was mounting on Denis's bicep going, and all too easy from then on. But the performance from Devon, there was one thought that I had, that I went out with Messiah Saidu tonight and Matt Connolly. We were walking around and we were talking about this match, and I shared something with them that I'll share with you guys now, that I thought I never would think. Go back just a few years, I never would have thought this was even possible. And the thought was that Devon is actually genuinely approaching the debate of GOAT status. We've all said John Brzezink's the GOAT, and his achievements spanning 45 years or whatever it is that he's been at the top of the sport, not to be diminished in any sense. But Devon has found a new ability to improve his game, and his dominance over Hermes and his dominance now over Denis Saplenkov are really significant. I feel like if he continues this run, if he has a dominant victory over Levan when they do face next year, be it in January or March or April or whatever they end up with that, I think that it's a reasonable thing to say he's the GOAT if he does that. And even if he doesn't do that, he's now right there. In my gut feel, look, I'm sure you could get the statistics out, the pen and paper, and you could make arguments for here nor there. But wind the clock back 2 years ago, everyone, even Devon himself, but everyone, bar the hyper intense Devon fans, would agree that John was the GOAT. My gut feel is that pendulum is very significantly shifting, and we're entering into that Michael Jordan, LeBron James style debate where there are two people and very fiercely even split opinions. They're both the GOATs of the sport. There's a two-horse race now, is what I'm saying. And I think John is still a smidgen ahead. But if Devon goes forward and beats Levan, then things are different. And if you had to say who is the favorite, my gut feel, and I'm sure your gut feel is as well, it's Devon. He seems to be rapidly improving. I don't know where he's going to take this sport, but he's taken it a very, very long way. And that's just one side of things. That if he does that, beating the heavyweight, super heavyweight, overall number one, undisputed by beating Levan. If he then, we already know he's the 115 kilo world champ as well. If he goes down to 105 and beats Todd Hutchins, who, let's just say, shout out to Todd Hutchins, amazing performance tonight. If he goes down and beats Todd, and then he's even talking about going down to 95 kilos and beating Sasho, if he does all of that as well, it just starts to get absurd about his level of achievement. So that's where my thoughts are. The Devon Larratt show tonight was a resounding reason to throw him into the debate of being the GOAT, genuinely. Amazing performance. Take my hat off to him. And well done, Denis, for giving it his best. He definitely stuck it out for as long as he could, but Devon's on another level.
Big shake.